one more week. One more week. I swear to God, if they delay leaks now because people haven't tried out Nex or Group Ironman, I will fly to Jagex headquarters and I don't know, fart spray the whole office. I don't care, okay? So let's get started. Now, one thing I'll say right off the start. The route I'm going to take and showing you today will likely not be the same as you are gonna take. And it's not because my planning sucks. Well, it kinda does, but I'm a dumbass anyway, so. But thanks to these fragments we have, everyone will pretty much start off different. You have so many choices to make. And I think it will benefit players that know a lot about this game. So you always have to think what's coming next. You can't just autopilot through and make like a 10-page essay you do on Ironman where you make a guide or something like that. That being said, let me tell you about my 10-page essay I made for myself. So stupid. Before I get started, I already have a choice to make. What combat skill do I pick? My first instinct was immediately attack. There are so many quests around Caterpie that give attack experience, but then I realized that I have no way of finishing these quests. There are no way to kill the bosses, right? But just to put that into perspective, why attack is a good option. Fight Arena and Renome Village, 2 quests that take around 20 minutes to complete. You will already get from level 1 to level 51 attack, but since you have no way of killing these bosses, you have to start with a mage or range. So I think that's pretty much what everyone is gonna go. We'll see, maybe it changes. We'll have to see. This brings me to point 2. Questing is probably the best way to go about this. We have already established that the best way to get fragments is to get big experience drops. Finishing quests you can do with the skills you have unlocked will very likely get you at least 2 or 3 fragments on day 1. And that basically opens the door for you to pick your own path with fragments you get at the start, right? That being said, here is a map I made for quests you can complete after you spawn. Now, some of these you need to unlock 1 or 2 skills for optimal completion, but honestly, with the way this discussion has been going on so far, you can very likely get at least 4 or 5 extra skills open by the end of day 1. Now let's look at the map. The first quest I will start off is fishing contest. You need 10 fishing, which you can get in Caterpie in 2 minutes. The quest itself takes 5 minutes to complete. Since we have infinite run, you only need spade and 10 coins to finish the quest and to get some starting money with pickpocket men until 5 thieving, which you can also do at Caterpie. If we're lucky, we are already gonna get our first fragment after only 15 minutes of playing. We put all skills to use right at the start to give us the best chance for a fragment. But let's say you're someone like me, who is never lucky, right? We'll move on to the next quest. Now, I've seen people mention sea slug, and here's what I'm thinking. You need 30 fire making to do sea slug, and how would you get those 10 points to unlock fire making? If we assume that an easy task gives you 1 point, we will already by now should have at least 5 or 6 points by finishing 1 quest and leveling up a few skills. We run straight from fishing contest to RD and find 5 extra easy tasks we can complete while there. As soon as we get 10 points, we unlock fire making with our first points, and keep in mind you can still chop regular trees, so you can do wood cutting, you just don't get any experience for it. So you need around I think it was 60 logs or something, let's say around 3 inventories of logs to get 30 fire making. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to do basically. We get 30 fire making, we do sea slug, it takes another 5 minutes to complete, and you only need 1 item which you can buy at the general store, and after everything that puts us at exactly 40 fishing. By now, if you still haven't gotten your first fragment, you are literally never lucky. Well, we move on to next quest, right? Hazel Cult. You don't need any requirements, you don't need any items, and it's pretty much right next to where our last quest ended. This quest takes another 5 minutes to complete, and this puts you at 25 thieving. Well, turns out our luck is just the worst. Do you ever see those people that want all bets, and like they have like 20,000 KC and still no bet. Well, that's pretty much us right now. No fragments. Keep in mind that all this time you should look out for tasks you can complete while you are questing. There are so many easy tasks, there are hundreds of easy tasks you can do right at the start. Some easy tasks that get you more renown points, like achieving your first level 2, level 5, level 10, level 20, total levels, pickpocketing, raking your farm. I don't think you can do that. Raking your farming patch. We'll have to see. Chop some logs, catch a shrimp, herring, anchovies, burn logs, whatever, kill a goblin, so on, right? For instance, if you get 40 fishing from questing, you instantly finish 2 medium tasks. There are just so many that I think unlocking 4 or 5 skills is gonna be super easy. So after you've done some basic tasks around RD and you get like 20 renown points, we move on to the next 2 quests. And here's where our pick of range or mage comes to play. Firstly, we unlock attack skill with our 20 points and we immediately go to fight arena and renown village for, I think it was total of 140k experience drop. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I assume you have done those quests before. Use your mage, use your range to save spot both bosses, and it shouldn't take more than 20 to 30 minutes to complete both. You need few items like some coins and an axe and some food, but you can get all those in the RD. Now, at this point, we are about 3 hours into our league, and you should have at least 2 fragments, let's be honest. If not, just keep doing quests, keep doing tasks, and eventually you get there. Some quests you can do near RD are Biohazard, which is a requirement for RD Easy Diary. You can do Tribal Totem, you can unlock Strength and do Waterfall, and basically I think Waterfall gives you like 200,000k experience drop, so you can go that route if you want. Here's my plan after Renown Village. I would like to do enough tasks to unlock Construction, which is 30 points. Pretty expensive, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Then I go to Temporos and stay there until I have enough points to unlock Fletching and Woodcutting, which is another 30 points. Now I get 50 fire making and go to Winter Dots. And I also don't want to teleport there, I actually want to run there to complete as many tasks on the way as possible. And then I'll just do Winter Dot until the end of day 1 and prepare myself for day 2. Because I think there's gonna be so much information at day 1 that you most likely wanna do something that is like semi-AFK. So Winter Dot is good, fishing is good, you know, stuff like that. So you can read, you can learn these fragments that you just gained or you wanna gain, and that's gonna be like best way to prepare, I think. And at the end of day 1, I should have a total of 9 skills unlocked, some quests done, and good start on the league. Now, this is by far not the best route. I guarantee you there are a lot of more people out there who are smarter than me, and I know that, but this is what I came up with. I'm sure the theories are gonna get better in the next week, so we just have to wait and see. Some things to keep in mind. Try to unlock as many waystones at your worst day as possible. It just makes your life so much easier. Personally, I think money is gonna be overrated, but if you find GP important, Stronghold of Security is something you should do on day 1. If I have enough points, I also wanna unlock cooking, because Temporos is gonna feed me so much food. And lastly, even though this is all planned out, don't be afraid to try out fragments you get on day 1, instead of following a strict guide. This is 6 weeks, and take it from a guy who's played last 2 leagues, whatever you do on day 1 has usually very little impact on the rest of your leagues. So just enjoy it and, you know, let's see what happens. Before I go, they announced a new fragment yesterday, and I think this is the most broken one so far. Like, look at this. If you get this fragment to level 3, before the max hit of a troll was 3, now if you max it out, it's gonna be 12. And having this constant DPS at bosses later on is definitely something I like to see. Even though I wouldn't be surprised that the very end game boss is gonna go down like flies, you know. We'll just have to see what the other combat fragments are gonna do. Subscribe, tell me your first day route, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye. My brothers don't die, we just pussy bop. I tell your girl to link me at the coffee shop. Getting
freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. Then I finish with a facial just to